Alright, let's do it. Let's calm it down, nigga. Right, let's loosen up. Do it. Alright, so here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Kicking It. I am your co-host, Kick708, the man, Snicker Steve 09 in the building. I want to thank everybody for the love, for the support in general, man. It's been such a blessing. We really thank you guys. We really appreciate all the comments, all the likes, all the views. It's just overwhelming. So, man, we want to thank you from the bottom of the heart. Snicker Steve, we got a serious topic today. A serious yes. topic, son.
I was thinking about this.
Let's go.
And my question to Kicks was, now that Golden State had the record, right? The best regular season record.
Which is what right now, Snicker?
73-9.
73-9.
What does that do to the 72-10 sneaker that dropped last December?
Right.
That was considered the greatest team ever. Now, it's the funniest thing though, because first time that we ever lived through something like this, that they actually drop a sneaker commemorating that team, and then just a couple months later, another team breaks the record.
Right.
So what does it do to that shoe?
I mean, okay, so
does it devalue it?
It doesn't devalue it. I don't think it even tarnishes it, right? Because at the end of the day, it's still a Jordan, and MJ is still the GOAT.
Right.
So let's get that straight off the top. But what it does to the mystique of a season like that, it's like a raindrop in the ocean. You
but it's the 72-10, but now it's just a regular Jordan 11.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's not like Under Armour is gonna come out with what's the record again?
73-9.
A 73-9 season shoe for the chef.
But I know they did. Whatchamacallit did it for Klay Thompson. Did they? They did something on the bottom of the sole, and it says 73-9.
All right. That's what's up. I mean, that's a historic thing. Again, right? Could it be that it's like an emotional thing because it was the Bulls, it was MJ, it was Scotty,
it was Nike,
it was the Worm. I mean, that was a special team.
Yeah, no, it was like one of the greatest teams. Of all time. But can you still call them that? Now you got okay, but we're still in the playoffs.
Okay.
Golden State is still, they're still in it. Chef's hurt.
Right.
So, I mean, we can have this conversation once the playoffs is over and who's won. Mm-hmm. Golden State has to win the championship
in order
to cement their legacy as the greatest team.
Now, if they do that and they won up Chicago, what does it do to the shoe then once they win the championship? Because right now we're in the middle of the playoffs, so it's a little different. Once they get to that plateau and the championship is theirs and they deucing the rings up, then what?
It has to devalue the shoe.
And this is from an official Air Jordan 11 favorite sneaker of all time guy. Remember that?
Don't you think? I mean, it's not gonna have. You be like, oh, I got the 72-10, but then somebody's gonna be like, well, I got the 73-9.
Yeah, that's
this is a better team.
That's kind of in your face.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I think it really hurts Nike that they don't have nobody prolific.
Okay.
On Golden State where they can capitalize on that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got Under Armour, and I think Klay Thompson's with Ling.
He's with one of them Asian companies.
I can never pronounce that.
They had the chef, but they didn't want to let him write. His religious beliefs on the sneaker. You heard about that?
No.
Real quick, sneakerheads. Chef Curry was on Nike, and what he used to do, he writes like certain phrases from the Bible on his shoe.
Right.
And he tried to do that when he was on Nike, and Nike said, "Son, we're not having that. We shutting that down." So he walked away from the deal. He went to Under Armour.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then Under Armour allows him to do it because I guess that's part of like his who he is and stuff. Yeah. So that's I don't know if that's the official story, but that's the story that I heard and read on why he's not with Nike anymore. So you're right. Nike can't capitalize.
Yeah.
Them teams are gonna capitalize. Them other sneaker companies is winning right now.
Right, but and it's mostly the Asian company and Under Armour.
Right.
Under Armour has the perfect plateau to capitalize, passing Adidas, Nike, Reebok, and being the top. We're having this MVP guy being the head of this considered greatest team.
Right.
If they win the championship.
Right.
And they got to do it right.
That's true. Definitely. So let me ask you this: do you take Michael and Scotty were two of the players, 50 of the NBA's all-time great.
Yeah.
Can you say, because this has happened with Golden State and they might win another champion, do you take two of those guys and make them two of the 50 greatest NBA players, or like how far do you want to stretch this?
I think it's too early for them because
Okay.
they're still young,
Okay.
but they're good players. I mean, if Steph wins another MVP, he's on the right track.
All right.
So we got to see how his career continues to grow. Same thing with Klay Thompson.
Right.
And if they stay together.
Damn, that's tough though. That's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah.
Yo, 72-10. Yo, the 11s were out.
Man.
He had come back from retirement.
Yeah.
Yo, he came back from retirement into that. He was doing it with the black stripe 23. That shit was fire.
I mean,
And look at it.
And they almost had the 73-9 record
Yeah.
from one of the games on some bullshit foul that it was called, and they ended up losing that game. So they
Okay.
almost had 73-9, but you're talking about 20-something years that record stood. I mean, obviously all records are meant to be broken.
Okay.
This one is affecting the sneaker game as well, because we've never seen anybody, a company, commemorate a team,
Right.
a significant year, and celebrate a team's accomplishment, like we did, with MJ. I think had they done it a couple years back, maybe it would have been okay.
Right.
But the funny thing is that they do it, and then a couple months later, the record's broken.
That's wild.
So what do you think? Would you still try to cop the 72-10s? Would you ask to drop the price since it's not significant anymore?
Oh, I want a price break.
You know what I'm saying?
I want a $50 price break, and that's how I feel. I'm trying to come up, baby.
Right. If somebody be like, "Oh, this is the greatest team ever," I'd be like, "Not really," because Golden State just broke the record.
Well, maybe not 50, but definitely I want some kind of price break.
There was a meme that was out once Golden State broke it, and it was hilarious because it showed the regular price, and then it was cut off, and then it was like $34.99.
Oh.
And it showed the MJ face crying.
That's fire. That's fire. that's a tough one, MJ. That is definitely a tough one.
I mean, my example, I was telling Kicks was asking before, the 98 Yankees, they had the best overall record in baseball at the time. They won 115 games, and they went all the way, and they won the World Series.
Right.
A couple years later, Seattle Mariners broke the record. They won 117 games, but they didn't even make it to the World Series. When you take those two teams, obviously the Yankees are considered the greatest team right there because they won they won the championship.
So if they don't win the championship again, confirm this to me, niggas. If Golden State doesn't win the championship this season, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
it was a waste.
Yeah, it was a waste. They're not the greatest team.
Shit.
They're the regular season greatest team.
Okay.
But not playoff wise. Like, how do you have the greatest season and not end it with a championship?
Now, of course, that's terrible.
If you're dominating the regular season, you beat everybody else, but you can't beat them in the playoffs when it's supposed to count, then it was all for nothing.
That's a tough pill to swallow right there. So, I mean, how much of it? All right, remove the nostalgia for a second. Now, it's an emotional thing. It's like one of these memories that we carry as younger dudes when we saw this actually happen.
Yeah.
If you remove that out of the way, what does the shoe still mean to you?
It's just an 11. I mean, it was a great accomplishment for that team.
Right.
I mean, it's still a great looking shoe.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Do you think the 7210 should have been made in a bread colorway with the same label in it and everything instead of the shoe that came out? Because MJ had the breads on when he won it.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Right. That colorway would have been
with the metallic red Jordan on the side.
Right.
I mean, everything else, the way it looks, just have the red bottom. I think would have been ill.
Right.
I mean, the shoe's still great, but I think, like you said, like to commemorate him, the actual shoe that he wore,
it should have been that colorway.
It should have been that colorway.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it was just it's a thought because like the shoe doesn't. Yeah, it's a black top and it's got the nice tumble leather, but I mean, you could have done that and put that red bottom on.
Yeah.
And it would have been, I think, in my opinion, would have been even iller.
Yeah, for sure.
Than the white bottom. I mean, listen, guys, we leave it up to you. Definitely share your opinions, your thoughts, your comments, everything, because we definitely want to hear. I think this is a good one as far as topic goes. So let us know. Let us know on the lines below. Rate, comment, subscribe. Sticker Steve, what do you got for me?
That's about it, man. We'll see you next time.
Yo, listen, be on the lookout for more comedy sketches that we got. We got a lot of big things happening. Since you guys enjoyed the last couple of ones, you guys are gonna love what we have coming in stock. We want to thank you for all the support again. Definitely hit us up if you have any suggestions please let us know. And we can definitely try to recreate in our own particular fashion and make that shit something flavorful. So for Kick 718, Snicker Steve 09, we out, son. Peace.